What's up, YouTubians? Gary, VW Jawbreaker. Welcome back to another video where today we're taking a short road trip for something I've been trying to nail down for quite a while. It's always been schedules and whatnot, but anyway, today we're gonna go learn what VACP actually means. Be pretty interesting. Got some really cool stuff. Can't wait to show you. So hang tight, we'll be there in a second. Well, we finally made it to the special location. We have Zane and we have Brian with VACP. What does that stand for, Brian?
VACP stands for Vintage Aircooled Parts. VACP started in business officially at the end of 2020. We started, oddly enough, right in the middle of the pandemic when everybody was locked up and in their houses, and we kind of were no different. We were kind of bored and we wanted some new stuff for our cars, so we started kind of coming up with some designs for our personal use, and then after we did them, we realized they kind of looked cool, so we decided to go ahead and produce them and sell them. I'm a big fan of the Outlaw Porsches.
Yep.
Rod Emery, I believe it is. You see the look on those. They have a lot of the pressed holes in them and just the rally feel of them.
Correct.
And no one was really offering anything like that for Volkswagen, so we figured we'd go ahead and start making something like that fit in that spirit. Well, right now, no one else is making anything like this.
That is true.
I mean, we have seen a couple of things that, some one-offs, out of Brazil and things like that. But really, no one else is making a lot of metal products for the interior. I mean, you have aftermarket kick panels and you've got the factory footrests. And we really just tried to make something that no one else was doing because I don't really want to compete with anybody necessarily. And plus we want to have something that, is unique and different. A lot of the products from any vendor, you can go in and buy a stock steering wheel from 20 different vendors at a show. Yep. If you want to come in and buy the steering wheels that we sell, we're going to be the only one at the show typically that has them. So that was one of the draws. The metal products are actually made here in the US. We have a company that laser cuts them, then they come to us and then we form them. We actually use a local company that does the powder coating. So everything really is local as that we can actually keep it. For Volkswagens, we'll have you covered from the early split window buses all the way up to Vanagons. Okay. For Beetles, literally we have you covered for every year. We're one of the few people that actually have steering wheel adapter that will actually fit for a 59 and earlier Beetle or Carmen Ghia. The Carmen Ghia sometimes there's some issues with the fitment on the steering wheels or the factory columns, but there's a few and far between. Gotcha. So essentially, we've got you covered from 38 to 92. Any of the 17-inch or 16-inch steering wheels is what we recommend for a bus or a Vanagon. We do have the hubs and adapters for those, and we even have like Westphalia horn buttons lasered for them, so that they, if you go to Westie or something like that. Right. This is the Westphalia laser engraving. All the lasering that we have done, we do actually have a local company that works with us they do the lasering, but they'll actually work with us to design of it sometimes. So I can give them a PDF or even a good clear photograph, as long as it comes out in like 2 or 3 color. If it represents well like that, we can actually get that lasered. So nice. With that said, we can even do custom lasering. If you've got a club logo or you have a name for your car, if you have a good drawing of it or a good PDF of it, we can actually get our laser guy and we kind of collaborate with them a little bit and they'll get it for you. And the black especially, if you see, it actually comes out in a 3 quotation color. Essentially, what that is it's laser time, that the darker ones have been lasered longer than the lighter sections on it. So on a black one, we can actually come out with 3 tones. Technically, we could probably come out with another tone, but we really haven't tried that yet. So yeah, a lot of people think that it's painted, but it actually is laser etched on there. Well, the newest steering wheels that we actually have are going to be the Flat Out and the Legacy. And they might look like we've already had these out, but the difference being is that if you can see the offset on these are really going to be geared towards split window buses that sometimes people have complained that the dished wheel sticks up a little bit too much. So as you can see on these, on the Flat Out and the Legacy, that they have 0 offset on those. So
that is nice.
The split window bus, they actually will sit very close to the stock height They'll be just a tiny bit higher than a stock steering wheel, but not as much as what it has been with the dished wheels.
Okay.
So,
and you can actually kind of see that too on the table, where that one kind of sticks up and that one's like
absolutely.
right there.
This one lays flat down on there.
Yes.
So, and it just gives you that much of a difference, because you can see this one actually has a hub on it, so that one will sit up a little bit higher for reference. But this is the difference between them. You can see there's a good 1.5 to 2 inches.
Yeah, definitely.
From the face of those, and for people that makes the difference.
What the heck is this, dude?
Well, these are actually, I don't want to say copied, but these are actually somewhat like reproductions, more or less, of the Pulley Wrench.
Okay.
That was available for Volkswagen and Porsches. Those actually were originally factory tools. We changed them up a little bit, however, and made it so that this has not only the pulley tool on the one end, but it actually has, this will fit the crank bolt or crank nut.
Okay.
So when you are having to turn it over, if you're setting the timing or you know, setting your valves, you can actually use this tool to actually
that is really neat.
And then we also have the secondary tool that goes with it. These are sold individually, and this does have all the popular both stock and aftermarket alternator or generator nut sizes. So those are all four, and those will cover 99.9% of the generator. These are actually stainless steel. We do sell these on the site as well, and we have the KDF, the VW emblem, and then the COG emblem. And those actually have a dual purpose. They can be sold on their own and mounted. They can be glued, screwed, however you want to do it, onto something. These actually will fit our hood props.
Yes, okay.
The center hood props, you can actually take them and polish them, or you can use black silicone and put those on the center of the hood props.
And then of course right next to it here we've got some amazing looking dash knobs. Those will screw in right to your normal dash knobs, right? So you literally just unscrew your stock dash knob, you can screw these right on. It's an easy modification.
Absolutely.
That really shows some different unique stuff.
Yeah, those are the actual same knobs as what we use on our window cranks. So they are interchangeable. They are a 5mm threading, so they will fit on the majority of dash knobs. There are some earlier switches that we found that are 4mm.
Okay.
So just check. Yeah, I mean, theoretically, if you even have stock window cranks, you can, you know, drill the knobs out of your stock window cranks, and technically you could bolt these onto there if you wanted to as well, as long as you've got the 5mm bolt in the backup.
And of course, you got some really nice different key rings here.
Yeah, those are the keychains we offer, and the one on the end here, if you buy a lot of our products, you actually get those free in the package. So that's one of the little spiffs that we do when we when we mail things out.
And then of course you've got some fantastic looking shift knobs.
Yeah, these are the ones that we just came out with earlier in the year, and all of these are available in the two configurations, or the two styles. You've got the round one, which is, you know, kind of like a ball. You know, a lot of people use the 8-ball or the whatever. So it's the round, or we have one that's a more of a stock shifter shape to it. And if you'll notice on there, the one thing that we did is we put a groove in here, and that way you can do a little bit more customization on it. If you wanted to use like some pinstriping tape, if you wanted to mask it off and paint it, you know, an accent color that matches your interior, you can do that, and then, you know, spray some clear over it or something like that. And the one question we do have a lot of times is that we do have any of these. You can either have the shift pattern, the Wolfsburg logo, or the Carmen Ghia logo, and you can have any of those on any knob. So we've got them in all different configurations. When you're on the site, you can, you know, it'll ask you, you know, do you want the round knob or do you want the stock style? And then it'll ask you, you know, what medallion you want, and the last thing it'll ask you what fitting it is. We have the adapters, the reducers, to fit essentially all the popular aftermarket shifters, as well as all the stock size shifters, all the way from, you know, the early 50s and 60s ones up to 12mm, which is on the 68 and newer ones.
Gotcha.
So, you know, all you have to do is just specify which one you want on the site. There is a drop-down menu, and it'll come with the shift knob, and it'll actually come with the needed adapter on it. And if for some reason you get the one that doesn't fit, let us know, and I can always mail you the proper one if you made a mistake. So that's usually not an issue.
All right, so we've gotten a lot from Brian, but we haven't heard much from Zane. And she's definitely, well, we're just going to leave that alone. Zane, question of the day. What is this? What is this? Can you tell me what this is, please?
This is an oil filter mount.
Oh, okay. Now I understand what that is. So this is what you would put in your back fender to relocate your oil filter.
It actually attaches to the bumper bracket mount.
Yep, so the bumper bracket mount, that attaches there so you can put your, and this is stainless, is it not?
Stainless, yeah.
So this is stainless, so you can actually put that up in there, mount your oil filter, and be good to go. That's actually really nice, and the fact it's stainless, even better. So, Zane.
Hi.
Hi. What would you like to talk about?
Stickers.
Stickers?
Stickers.
You have stickers?
Yes, of course we have
We
stickers.
have stickers? Oh, I love stickers. Tell me
Me
about
too.
stickers.
Everybody loves stickers.
Tell me about stickers.
So, stickers. Alrighty. So these are the stickers that we first started out with. There are UV resistant vinyl stickers. You'll probably see me walking around the show trying to sell these. We also have, these are the new ones that we just came out with. These will go really well with the steering wheel, so you should probably get a steering wheel with it.
Oh, yeah.
Just saying.
The no offset. Yeah, look at that.
That'll go great with those. And then these stickers will come with a steering wheel or something if you purchase them. They'll run from about somewhere between $3 to $5, and I'll either be walking around or you can get them on the site, or they'll just come with any of your purchases.
So essentially, the footrest here is where everything started from. That's the original style. This is in the beige color. We also offer them in a black. You'll notice it's kind of a satin color, and these are more glossy, but these are actually a little bit in between a stone beige and a silver beige, so they will match most interiors. And then from there, we do offer them in a stainless steel. This particular one has been polished. Those are an additional cost on those, but and mainly you're paying for the hours that it takes to polish that.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
And then we've expanded those into to we have them in a patina finish. We do offer as a standard the black and the beige. We do have the matching kick panels that go with them as well, which we do have the kick panels obviously for these. We do have this one as well that we call Rally, which has just a little bit different hole pattern on it, and those do come in the satin. We even have a right-hand drive one as well for any of you people that are overseas,
okay.
Australia, England, that are right-hand drive. Those actually will fit a right-hand drive car, so they fit
nice.
the left-hand passenger side. The latest ones that we have, and I've actually been talking about these for a while. A couple of people have seen them on our Facebook group, but these are what are calling the heavy metal series. And they are essentially the same as the other footrest and kick panels, but you'll notice that they do have the rivets around them. As a standard, I'm going to offer these with the black and the beige color, and there will be a choice of either the silver rivets on here that you see on these. I actually have copper as well. And then there is a third color that I don't actually have out here right now, but they're more of a goldish tone on there. So they'll all be available, and these are the footrests are available for both Beetles and Carmen Ghias. So this actually one here is actually for a Carmen Ghia, and that's the footrests on everything are available for Carmen Ghias and Beetles. So on the steering wheels, we have, I believe it is a total of about 16 different styles. So that's probably more than a lot of people are offering right now, especially in this particular style. The main difference on them, the main two differences that we have is these over here, which are in a little darker area, but you can see that they actually have the 6-bolt hub on them. Those are available in the 3 styles of the Blackout, the Touring, and the Venom, which, and those are mainly for Beetles, Type 3s, things. They only come in the 15-inch.
Okay.
But I do have hubs on those from 1950, mid-50s or whatever, up until again the later, up into the 90s of Beetles. Actually, they'll even fit a Mexican Beetle. On these, there's also, we have the 9-bolt pattern, which there's a lot more choices on those. A lot of the steering wheels you'll see, like the Raven here, this one actually is available anywhere from a 15 up to a 17-inch steering wheel. The 15s are mainly, 15 to 16 are mainly Beetles, Type 3s, things. The 16 and 17 are mainly for split window, bay window, or Vanagons. Essentially what I always tell people is that if you've got power steering, go with a 16-inch if you want the extra room. If you don't have power steering, the 17-inch is going to give you a little bit more cranking power on that. And then with the steering wheels, we also have the matching window cranks and door handles. And then we even have the matching e-brake cover on those. These are, they are made of 6061 billet. We do have them available for both the pre-67 style of mounting that uses the pin on them, and then we also have the ones for 68 plus where they use the center screw, and on those, this piece right here is actually an internal cap, so it covers that screw. So it looks nice and clean, and they all do come with logoed center buttons, which are, you know, they're right now I send them out with a Wolfsburg logo, so that way they match the lasered or even the dome label style horn buttons. That's and awesome. On the steering wheels, one thing that we always try to make sure that people understand is, and I've got my little sticker up here, and people often miss it because
no one reads it.
Because no one reads it, and I'd rather explain it anyways. But all of our steering wheels do come with the steering wheel. They come with the hub, or the boss as some people call them, for your year of vehicle and style. And it also comes with the horn button. Most of them are available with either the laser etched, which you can see on these. These are actually, they are anodized, and then they are lasered in there. So they come with, I've got 4 or 5 different styles. You can see them on the website. Some of the steering wheels, like the Flatliner and the Rally, they come standard with what we call a dome label, and which is, it's kind of a softer version of that. So, and those do come in either the Wolfsburg logo, or I actually have them in a Carbon Ghias script, which we are the only one that offers them with the Carbon Ghias script. And the other laser options that are on for the other steering wheels, once again, we're the only company out there right now that's offering the custom laser, or not the custom, the standard ones, and then we also have the ability to do custom lasering as well.
So it's basically like right here, you've got the Viper,
right,
and then boom, you got the Viper handles and e-brake cover.
Right, and on the window cranks here, you'll notice that this one, it has, this is a polished billet knob on there, which is again the same as the dash knob that we sell, but you can also get a lot of these with a secondary style knob, which this one you can have a satin, so you could actually have an all satin option on that.
And then there's your VACP logo in the middle.
Right, and then we do have those available with a Carbon Ghias logo as well. So if you're ordering it, and say if you got, you know, the Rally steering wheel and you wanted the Carbon Ghias logo dome label, just mention on there. And honestly, if you order the dome label, I'm assuming when you order the window cranks that you're going to want the Carbon Ghias one, but if you want to mention it as well, just so I know, or if I don't hear from you, usually I'll reach out from them.
Yeah.
You know, and I'll say, hey, you know, I've got the Carbon Ghias logo, or do you want the Wolfsburg? Because some people like to mix and match. Yeah, I don't want everything to be cookie cutter, and again, we try to make things a little bit different. And I like options. I mean, everybody likes options.
Options are nice. Yeah. Options are nice, and you definitely have a ton of options for the customer.
We do.
So one thing we keep passing by that I really enjoy, and again, it kind of goes with all the theme here, is you've got these awesome fire extinguisher mounts. So there's a couple patinas, you got your lighters, your black, and here's what's neat too, is you've got 2 different styles. You've got your lay down style, and you've got your stand-up style. So literally, just mount it in however you choose. A couple screws, rivets, riv nuts. You know I love riv nuts. Again, I don't know why I kept walking by this, but this is freaking cool. What did you do here, Brian?
Well, these are another patina set that we did, where we got the kick panel, or the kick panel and the footrest. And I wanted to try something different other than the beige and the black, so I did some colored ones. And what this is here, it's a black base, and then we did red on top of it, actually. And I used some different chemicals that make them bubble up, basically. And then we sand them a little bit, age them, let them sit out in the sun for a few days, put an accelerator for the rust. And then I do go back through, and these are actually covered with a automotive grade polyurethane.
Oh, okay.
So there's between 4 and 6 coats, basically. I put at least 4 Then if I've got any imperfections or whatever, I try to get those out of them. If someone is looking for a custom color, because some people, most people like red and blue. Somebody else goes, hey, I want green. And if there's a Krylon color or any kind of color that you can find at a Walmart or a big box store or whatever, you say, I really like that color. I'm willing to do custom jobs.
Okay.
There is a little bit of an additional upcharge on those because I have to go out and buy the specific color. But as long as you tell me what the color code is and this and that, I will do it, and I'll lay down a base coat of a beige or whatever primer or whatever color, so I can do kind of a two-tone, and it all does end up coming out very custom. So you can't say, well, I want patina right here but not here. It's all going to be up to what I kind of create, but it does give people again the option of having some choices and some ways of customizing it that not everybody's going to offer out there.
Well, it's definitely been nice out here hanging out with you guys today. I appreciate your time. Brian, where is the best place to contact you? How can people get a hold of you?
Well, you can reach me either at our email address, which is sales@vintageacp.com. I'm also all over Facebook. I go by Brian, but you can also find me at James Sharp on Facebook. We also do have a Facebook group that is Vintage Aircooled Parts. We have an Instagram that's under the same thing, Vintage Aircooled Parts, so you can message me through there. You can message me through the site, pretty much anywhere. I'm all over the place. And then next year we're going to have some different shows that we'll be at, so we will be posting those on our Facebook page. So anybody wants to meet us in person, come out and say hi.
And check these products out in person. I'm telling you, they're definitely worth looking at. They're awesome. Thanks, guys, and thank you guys. We'll see you guys soon.
Thank you again.